Hi everyone, I hope you're having a beautiful day wherever you are in the world. I just wanted to come on here and talk a little bit about the difference between knowing and doing. So knowing is something that we have in our heads, and doing is actually taking an action. Hi, I can't see who just joined, but welcome. Hi, Kate. So we're just talking about the difference between knowing something and actually taking action. So often, hi, Rizal. Often we know certain things on how to do things, but we fail to do them because they're sitting all up in our heads. And I deal with a lot of people, a lot of questions, and the most common ailments or health concerns. Hi Vicky, nice, thanks for joining us. Give us a nice wave or thumbs up wherever you are in the world. But a lot of people have very common health concerns, and these are very general. It might not apply to you, but it might be that these health concerns actually tie in to your health journey. So, and these health concerns are either people need help with getting sleep or getting to sleep, or people are battling with their stress levels and energy levels, or people are struggling with digestion. So a lot of broad health issues can be summed up in those three categories. I know it's extremely broad, but I'm going to keep them just like that for simplicity's sake. So often we have people who suffer, for example, they want to get more sleep, and you know exactly who you are, and you know exactly how to get more sleep. However, there's this lack of transition between actually knowing what needs to happen and actually taking that action. And the reason for that is it probably comes down to fear. Often we just make an excuse for things to need to happen. So for example, you need more sleep or you want to lose weight. These are things that people come to me for as well. Or you just need to get more energy in your life. You know what has worked for you in the past, or you know what needs to happen to get more action. Wow, it's just getting so hot in the sun here. Just give me 1 second. Taking off my jumper. Oh my gosh. Okay, so a lot of times we have a list of things to do. We have a flurry of information on the internet as well. So, hi Winaz. So it's really interesting that we all know how to apply something, but there is this lack of following through and actually doing it. So, and in the areas of sleep, energy, stress management and digestion, it's almost like they're all related. So if we just had to take action in one of those areas, we will start seeing a domino effect. Hi Carly. We'd start seeing a domino effect on the other areas of our lives. So, but there's almost this fear of taking action in the first place. And often this fear comes in the form of excuses. Our brain starts making up little stories about why we shouldn't even try making a change, because change is scary to us. And the brain often likes to jump to things that are easy. So it will always look for the quickest route to do things. And currently the way you have been doing things, you've created a pattern And that's easy because the brain knows, every day I get home, I watch Netflix till 12, 1, 2 in the morning, and then I go to bed. That's super easy. I don't have to think about things. I don't have to think about my stress. I don't have to think about my energy levels because I'm distracted by watching television. I know that's a silly example, but it's the case for a lot of people. So there's this definite, and we often, like, if you don't know how to improve something in your life and health, we are so quick to get onto Google and Google an answer for something. So if you had to type in, for example, how to get more sleep or how to lose weight in the Google, you don't even have to finish the sentence and Google will already probably auto answer how to lose weight, how to get sleep. And out that, thousands and thousands of answers will come through. And you just have to click on one of those pages and you will get probably 5 or 10 really good tips on what to do. And when you read those tips, you're probably going to skim over them because you already know them. That's what your brain's telling you. Your brain's like, I know, get more sleep, for example, is try to get to bed earlier. Brain goes, I know that. That doesn't work for me. So, but the reason why it's not working for you is because you haven't tried it. So you haven't taken that little step of action. So let me know if that makes sense. For me, it often there's often things that I want to make changes in my life, but I feel almost like I need to pluck up the courage to do it. And it takes a long time to actually mentally prepare myself to take that action because my brain is so happy in the comfort zone of the, I know how to do that. I know how to lose weight. But I don't want to make any of those changes because they just sound too difficult to me. Like that just sounds too scary, you know. And this is something that the brain keeps arguing with us at all times. It goes, you're happy with the way you are. Why do you want to change it? You know. So, but the fact is, the examples I mentioned, sleep, stress, and digestion, they're all interrelated. So if you're battling to sleep, you'll probably find that a lot of solutions lie in improving your just the foods you eat or the timing that you eat your foods in, managing your stress levels, and probably that will give you more rest and more calmness before bed to start sleeping better. The same with stress management. If you look at the top Google results for stress management, it's improve what you the foods that you eat, and certain times that you eat foods, as well as managing stress. So again, digestion, stress levels, and sleep are all related. So it really makes sense that if we had to, thanks for the thumbs up, really makes sense that if we just make change in one little area of our life, we'll start seeing those little changes in the other areas of our life. So I encourage you today to look at the things that you know where you want to make changes in your life or health. And you probably guarantee to know at least one little thing that you can do to start making that change. And it's not going to be results overnight time. Like, we know that, and we're always looking for that that instant gratification. But unfortunately, those kind of things take time. And especially if you're working with trying to sleep at night, trying to manage your stress levels, trying to improve your digestion. I can list a whole bunch of other things. But in those 3 examples, if you just manage those 3, or start managing a little bit in each one of those departments, changes will start happening in your life. So today I just wanted to start talking about how health and mental health, physical health, all relate together. And the fear of making a change is what's holding us back from making that change. So, and this is where it will be really helpful to have someone that has your back in making a change. So, for example, if you wanted to sleep, go to bed a little bit earlier because you feel like that might be the reason why your stress levels are high, or why your doctors told you that your digestion's not great because you need more sleep. If you don't voice your desires to, for example, a friend, a partner, a coach, it's going to be really difficult for that action to take place in the first place because it's stuck in your head. And if we don't verbalize or write down what our intentions are, the chances are we're not going to take action. So in the sleep example, if you're trying to get more sleep and you don't tell your partner, your husband, or your fiance, or just a friend that, hey, tonight your roommate, hey, tonight I'm going to bed early, then it's possibly not going to happen. It's going to be that thought, oh yeah, I feel tired, I feel stressed, I think I need to go to bed early. But you probably have to be like a really strong-minded person and very stubborn in your own decisions to actually take that step and go to bed early. So having that extra accountability by just telling someone, hey, this is my plan for my health today. And it doesn't have to be a massive elaborate plan because those are too big to handle anyway. But if you just decide, I'm going to bed early, I'm gonna go to bed, for example, half an hour earlier than usual. And that's it. Like, that is my decision for tonight. I'm making that decision for my health. And you probably will find that you will get almost no resistance from the person who you verbalized it to, especially if you tell a friend. If you don't live with anyone, tell a friend, listen, tonight I'm going to go to bed at half an hour earlier because I just feel really tired. Do you mind if I send you a text when I go to bed so that I just keep accountable? That's something that you could do for going to bed a little bit earlier. And the same with if you're trying to manage your stress levels. Maybe you want to try a technique that would really help your stress levels, but you just feel like you, again, there's that fear in the brain. It's like, oh, maybe you want to try meditation, or maybe you just want to sit quietly somewhere, have a cup of tea by yourself, or maybe it's just saying no to something that's adding stress into your life. And the fear of actually just letting go of that is sometimes so overwhelming. So these 3 health issues that I've talked about, I would love to go into putting action steps into each one of those, and we'll talk about that in the next 3 weeks to come. But today I thought I would just put together a 3 little step process of bridging the gap between knowing what we need to do and actually following through and taking action. Because that's where our biggest problem is. We can read all the health books and health magazines in the world, but if we don't actually take action or follow through on any steps of that advice that we've received, it's just knowledge. It's just sitting there in the mind space, and it's not of use to you. Knowledge is only of use when you actually put it into application. So I don't know where I've heard that. That's not me, but like that is I've heard that somewhere, and it just rang so true to me, because there's a lot of things that I know, but I've never tried them, or because I just had an excuse or haven't had the guts to do it. So, the first thing I want you to do today is pick an area in your life where you want to make a change. So maybe that is, like I mentioned, maybe you need to get more sleep, maybe you want to lose some weight, maybe it's to do with managing your stress levels better, or maybe you want to improve digestion. So just pick one of those areas and write it down. So write down, today I want to make a change in the way that I eat so that I can improve my digestion, for example. Or tonight I want to manage my sleep better, so I'm going to bed early, as another example. So just writing down what it is that you want to change is already taking the change that you want from the thought process and putting it into a physical form, which is the form of writing. Okay, so now that we have written down what you want to change, I want you to think of one small thing. So this is the second thing you would write down. Write down one small thing that you know that will help you make that change. So again, for example, if you feel like you're not, your sleep is you're just exhausted all the time, then maybe going to bed a half an hour or an hour earlier might be the trick for you. If your digestion is really giving you issues, and you know that dairy is something that sets it off, maybe today, or maybe just for breakfast, you decide not to have dairy. I'm not saying there's anything wrong with dairy, but some people have an allergic reaction to dairy. So, and you'll know what works for you already. If not, you can go and Google a how-to, but mostly you already know. Our bodies are intelligent, and our bodies know how to heal ourselves. So if you even just close your eyes and just ask your body, what do I need in this moment? It will tell you, you just need to drink more water today, and that will help my belly. So pick one small thing, and please don't make it a massive thing. One small little thing that you can do today that will help you get to your healthier goal that you've written down earlier. So again, for example, if you wanted to work on, I want to improve my sleep, today I'm going to bed half an hour earlier. Or today I'm going to exercise so that I can increase my endorphins so that I can manage my stress. Or today I'm going to stop working at 5 p.m. so that I can stop stressing. Those are some of the examples that you can use. Okay, does that make sense? If you're watching the replay, still give me some hearts and thumbs up. I would love to know if you have any questions about these, because this is really important. Making that transition between actually knowing what we need to do and actually just taking the leap and doing it. Then the third thing I want you to write down is what will stop me from making that small action. So if you wrote down that you're going to bed half an hour earlier, for example, then write down the things that could possibly stop you from going to bed half an hour earlier. So for example, that for me is often another episode on Netflix, or another just reading my book for a little bit longer. Sometimes I have dinner arrangements, and just make sure that, just write down what would affect you from going to bed early, if that's what you, for example, in this case, what you are looking after, or what you're trying to achieve. So once you have that third step, that is where the focus needs to lie, and that is where you then put measures in place that will make you go to bed. And in the sleep example, as I mentioned, voice to a partner or friend that tonight I'm going to half an hour earlier, please help me be accountable. If you are in my digestion example, if that was maybe today I'm not eating any foods that cause me inflammation, then maybe call a friend or eat with your lunch with friends at work and make sure that you just tell them that you're avoiding dairy today and that you would like to just so that it would know if you're not ordering the same food as them, because you are trying to just work on your health for today. Other things you could do is set reminders or alarms, and there's lots of things that you can do, but it needs to be specific to the things that might hold you back. And that's definitely the point where you'll have to focus most of your energy, is focusing on the things that will stop you from taking action and working with those things and see if you can work around those and making a plan to taking the action. So I hope today's video has been helpful. I'll be releasing a lot more of these little tips, and we'll delve into taking action steps into better sleep, digestion, and hi Dustin. We'll be taking actions into better sleep, better digestion, and stress management in the next couple of weeks. But I thought we would first just breach this barrier of knowing what to do and actually following through and taking action. So I hope this has been super helpful for you guys. This has been a lot of times for me, I could see myself not taking action in certain things, and then I would have to do the work and understanding what's holding me back and work with those things to make sure that I take action in like my health decisions. And sometimes that just means not taking on too many health goals. Sometimes it's just taking on one small thing and just working with that for a month or two, have that one waxed, and then start taking on another action. And it's guaranteed, as I mentioned, they're all related anyway. So if you start making one small change in one area of your health, it will start following through into the others. So if you start managing your stress better, for example, you'll sleep better. If you start sleeping better, you'll manage your stress levels better and your digestion will improve. If you focus on improving your digestion, your stress levels will probably come down and you'll probably sleep better. So they're all related. Yeah. So that's just my little advice for today. I hope it was useful. Give me some thumbs up and hearts and loves. Tell me what you've tried before, or tell me what you know you need to change, but you just can't get yourself to making that change. I'll chat to you soon. Bye.